2020 has obviously been a difficult year for everyone with the global pandemic that's come about, and I think it's affected the golf maybe a little bit less than other sports. We've been lucky enough to be one of the sports that's probably best suited for what's been going on, seeing as though we are naturally socially distanced. It's been one thing that's been, I think, remarkably different is the fact that there's no spectators for us. I think there's definitely certain guys that feed off people being there and the energy that they bring to the party as well. But this year has been, I think, a mixed bag of results for me. Early on in the season, our season running March to March, the start of the year, which is the end of last season, was a really good finish for me. Managed to finish 38th on the order of merit, which was, I think, in my first season, something that I was very happy with, and definitely had momentum to run into the season starting obviously the following April that has just passed, but that was curbed by the virus obviously, and starting up again, I think it was either late July or early August. Definitely started slower than I would have liked, but myself and my coach Llewellyn van Leeuwen took the decision to do a lot of technical work through the Rise Up events and the events that the tour were nice enough to put on for us, and I think that was definitely a learning experience for me, because obviously as a professional you want to be able to compete every week, but the big picture approach that we took to improve on technique through those tournaments definitely paid off towards the end of this year now, with the 3 European Tour events we just played, being the Joburg Open, the Alfred Daniel and the SA Open, which just passed. I had a mixed bag of results there as well. Made 2 out of the 3 cuts and a top 25 at Joburg Open, which was definitely a fantastic way to end the season, coming off a bit of a mediocre run of form. But I think the biggest jump for me in comparison to maybe last season was the way I approached the tournaments, and how I handled myself in tournaments. I think personally for me the Alfred Daniel was a massive stepping stone this year just to make the cut. It might sound bad as a professional just to want to make the cut, but last year I was in a position to actually play pretty well, and I think I self-sabotaged in a way the last 5 holes of my second round, which led to a missed cut, and that definitely sat in the back of my mind for the whole year until we got to that event. So playing the tournament now and being aware of, so to speak, the demons that were there, and working through that and still managing to play my game, stick to my game plan, and just get through that week, which was definitely a massive personal victory. So I think it's little things like that if you had to check those little boxes along the way, you'll look back over a number of years and see, wow, you have really made some progress, even though a week where you do make the cut and finish middle of the pack or whatever it might be doesn't seem significant. I think a week like that for me definitely meant a lot.